Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing the Lunar Zodiac. That's my cat in the background if you hear her. We're doing general readings for all the signs in the Lunar Zodiac. So if you know what sign you are, just go down and look at the timestamp in the description and you can jump right to your sign. This is a reading for whenever you find this video. It's whatever you need to know right now. So let's get to it. I will see you there. Bye. Hello, rat people. So, of course, we're going to start with the rat. We're going to be using the Aquarian tarot deck, and then we're going to do a splash reading with the maple runes. So let's get to it, rats. All right, so your card, interestingly, and I did shuffle these, I promise. I put this back in from the beginning and I shuffled them. But here it is again. So your card for this general reading is the moon. There are things that are hidden from your perception at the moment and things aren't what they seem. So let's see what your reading is about. That's the blank rune. So right now, rat people, I'm going to guess a couple things. This is Berkana. It's the rune of beginnings and birth. It's the birch tree rune. It has to do with beginnings, so this might have to do with something that you are beginning, but it also might have to do with, it has to do with your yin identity, so you're not created, you're more passive identity, but also sometimes it does have to do with family. So for some of you, this might have to do with family. So leading up to this, there was a period of just blank time. We have the blank rune. Blank rune's a recent addition. Some people call it weird, not weird, W-E-I, but W-Y, weird. And it's just basically the universe happening. So things aren't completely clear for you right now, and you went through this long blank period of time. So now you're wanting to begin something. You're focusing on the beginning of something, it's a beginning, so it might be a beginning with family, for those of you for whom it has to do with family, but also something to begin with your yin identity, with your passive identity. This is like 3 things I'm reading for you guys. Goodness gracious! But anyway, that's okay, rats. So what's going to help you either way? We have Laguz. Laguz is the rune of water, and it has to do with all the watery stuff. So emotion, intuition, and heart. Really listen to your heart. Focus on your heart. Let your heart guide you for this. That's actually what's going to lead you over this. Listen to what emotions you're feeling, what those emotions are telling you. Maybe, there are some unreasonable emotions, but they are still telling you something because they're directing you to what is being hurt and maybe what is being triggered. But mostly it's going to be pay attention to your heart. Your heart will guide you through this. What doesn't help is we have Gabo. Gabo's the rune of the gift. Always has to do with an exchange. Sometimes it has to do with one-on-one relationships. So for some of you, that is going to be the case of what isn't helping. But mostly this rune has to do with agreements, decisions, and goals. So maybe you had a plan and maybe it had to do with what you were beginning here, but maybe this plan isn't helping you at the moment and you really have to listen to your heart. Maybe you made this plan and decision without your heart's consent. So there is that. And if this is a family issue, maybe this is something to do with a relationship that isn't helping within this. This is just like a whole bunch of stuff all at once, guys. So rat people, some of you for whom this is a beginning, it could be a pre-existing agreement, decision, or goal that is dragging you down. It could be for some of you a relationship that is dragging you down at the moment, or a desire for a specific relationship that could be dragging you down. Either way, things are misty, things are sort of hidden, not clear, things aren't what they seem. You've been through a kind of a blank period. You want to begin something right now. You're focusing on beginning something. It may or not have to do with family, or may not have to do with your yin identity. Either way, follow your heart. Don't let pre-existing goals drag you down, pre-existing agreements and decisions. bring yourself back up to here, follow your heart, and your heart will lead you to a place through all this that will be, you'll be feeling much more supported than you did before. You'll be feeling very, very supported. This is Algies. It's the rune of the elk, which here in North America we call a moose, and this has to do with protection and support. So if you follow your heart, you will get to this point where you will feel very much more supported than you did before. And that, rat people, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. So the next sign I am reading is the Year of the Ox people. So here's your card. Okay, that's lovely. That's lovely, Year of the Ox people. Let me just throw down some maple runes. This is the Aquarian deck, by the way. Throw down some maple runes to see, to expand on this, which like totally changed the flavor of that. Okay, like rune. So what you need to know right now has to do with Ten of Cups is basically, you know, happy home. It's like everything, you have everything is complete, everything is happy and everything is good and you're emotionally fulfilled and all this good stuff. So hooray. So that's your focus. What your central issue is also home, but it's reversed. So we have Othala reversed. Othala is the rune of the home and the homeland. Reversed, it has to do with sometimes feeling out of your comfort zone and sort of unseated, but also looking for home within. So maybe that's what you're sort of looking for. You're looking for a way to feel home, to feel at home wherever you are. It also has to do with letting go of things that no longer serve you, which is very, very essential. What led up to this is you've been doing a lot of self-talk. This is Ansu's the rune of communication, also manifestation, but mostly communication, and it is reversed, so it has to do with inner. This may also have to do, though, with silence. Maybe silence in communication where you wanted to have communication and you were met with silence, but also it may have to do with listening. So you've been, having inner communication, but also listening very, very carefully, especially if there was silence. So this has led you to this either, one, pursuit of an inner version of home that you can have wherever you are, and two, a desire to get rid of things that no longer serve you. What will help you here is we have Manas. Manas is the rune of humanity and your place in it. So what you're going to focus on is where you feel at home, basically where you feel you belong in a sense of, this is my note in the song, this is my part in the choir, this is my part in the play, you know, whatever, just however you want to metaphor it. It's basically where you feel like you're in the right place. And that's what you're going to want to focus on. And if you know certain areas where you are in that, where you feel like that, put yourself there, get yourself into that mindset, and this will help direct you to that. What won't help is we have Vunyo reversed. Now, Vunyo is the rune of joy. It has to do with joy. And reversed on the lower line, you're worried about not being happy. You're worried, I mean, obviously nobody wants to be unhappy. However, this is like an extreme version of it. Like this is to the point where it's holding you back, where you're so afraid of unhappiness that you don't even want to take a step, because anything could be, you know, if I don't take the right step, this could lead to unhappiness. Don't let that happen. If you start to feel like that, bring yourself back up to, where do I belong? Where do I feel where everything clicks into place, and in what situations do I feel like this is what I'm here to do? That's where you want to put yourself. What this will lead to is, we have the blank rune. So basically this will lead to a greater sense of openness in the world, where there is going to be more that is open to you in the world, more for you to explore, and you will have this feeling of, wherever I go, I can carry this sense of home with me. So that, Ox people, is your reading. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye! So the next sign I am going to read are the tigers. I wore my tiger eye bracelet just for you tigers. Actually, no, I wore it because I wondered, oh my gosh, you poor tigers. I'm sorry I was making playful talk before the reading. I didn't realize that was going to be your card. So, so let's see what the situation is with you poor tigers right now. Oh my gosh, tigers. Well, there's good and bad that has to do with that. That blank rune has shown up in every reading so far this session, so that's kind of interesting. It's not like I don't mix these. Okay, turn that. Beautiful. So you poor tigers, right now you guys are exhausted. We have 10 of Swords. You've just been completely drained. Your energy is just like you've used it up. And at the same time, you need to put yourself into a situation, or you are in a situation now where you are trying to just basically like solar panel your energy back in. So you're basically at the end of your limit, and you're also at this point you just need to recharge. That's your big thing right now. What your central issue is for the runes is we have Gabo. Gabo's the rune of the gift. It has to do with agreements, decisions, and goals, perhaps a one-on-one relationship as well, which may have been an issue, or maybe the pursuit of a one-on-one relationship, but really I'm seeing this more as agreements, decisions, and goals. What led up to this was a lot of energy expenditure. We have Sovilo, this is the rune of the sun. It has to do with source energy, so you've just been blazing your energy, and you've reached this point where you're like, maybe you reached your goal. Maybe you actually got to the point where you did it, but now you are completely exhausted. What will help at this point is open yourself up to the universe, basically. We have the blank rune. Just basically open up yourself up to your version of the divine, whatever that may be for you. Just open up. Just like basically, this is how, the more open you are to that, the more energy you're going to get back in. And what won't help, though, is to try to keep pushing this. This is the sun, this is fire, and it was the torch. But basically, if you keep trying to push after this, you have nothing. You have nothing left. Your barrels are empty. So you're going to be compelled to keep trying, but please don't. You want to basically, this is what you need to do right now, is recharge. So open up. If you feel compelled to do that, it's like, you know what, I have to breathe in before I say one more word because I have no more breath for any more words. So just basically take this time. Take this time, you did what you did, get through it and get your energy back up. And as soon as you do that, we have Berkana. Berkana is the rune of beginnings and birth. It's the birch tree rune. Basically, so at this point, as soon as you get more energy, you can then begin something new again. And that is very exciting, my tiger people. So good luck with that. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, hare people, or rabbit people, or cat people, depending on which version of the lunar calendar you are doing. I mean, the lunar year Zodiac you are doing. There's your card, Aquarian Tarot. Looks like you're really sort of returning your vision to a more innocent time, my hare people. So let's see what the runes have to say. We're using the maple runes today. I just grabbed a bunch of them. I'm just going to lay them out. I'm going to turn them. Not all of these will be blank. And there's Berkana again. Berkana's shown up a lot today. Ooh, okay. Alrighty. So, as I said with the rune, with the tarot, you're really trying to, at this point, return to a much simpler time, a much more innocent time, a time of sweetness, innocence, trying to remember when you were happy and go back there. Why is that? We feel like we're not as supported as we want to be. We remember a time when we don't feel supported at the moment, and that's what Algiz is showing us. Algiz is the rune of the elk. It has to do with protection and support. It is reversed and it's on the path line. So right now, two things really. You're feeling not as supported as you would like to be, but also you are looking to be able to support yourself. You're basically wanting to stand on your own, and you're looking how to do that because you don't get the support. You're not feeling the support that you want. Leading up to this, there was this freeze. Hi, Kitty. Kitty just walked up beside me. Hi, Freya. We have Isa. Isa is the ice rune. This has to do with standstill, things frozen, things stuck, things not moving. Also clarity. So through this moment of things just freezing, you had this moment of clarity and you're like, you know what? I need support. And if I can't find it, I need to be it. So that's where you're at now. And for that, you're sort of wanting to return. I like the whole inner child thing is so misunderstood as far as what that's about. And I don't even know if I fully understand it, but a lot of people's take on it is like some of it's a bit basically I'm not going to go into that right now. Basically But it's sort of like that. You're returning to tend your inner child and see what the inner child wants, because you're not feeling supported and you're not feeling happy, and you need to give support to your inner child, basically, to use that language. What's going to help is we have Ansus. Ansus is the rune of communication. So really you want to be in communication with people, and even, well, it's not reversed, so it's not going to be so much self-communication as I originally intended to say with the inner child work. You're going to want to basically, maybe you're encountering somebody from your far in the past days that you want to connect with, and maybe you're connecting with this person in a way that's a lot more pure and innocent than you are used to nowadays. So maybe that's going on. Either way, you're actually, communication is going to help you return to that sense of innocence and just pure happiness that you had before. What isn't going to help is we have Uruz reversed. Now, Uruz is the rune of strength and health. Maybe you're not feeling as strong as you'd like, maybe you're not feeling as healthy as you'd like, and maybe you feel like something has just knocked you off your feet recently and you just don't have the strength to go on with this. But you have the strength to communicate. So just basically, if this starts to drag you down, it's like, you know what, you can still send an email, you can still make a phone call, you can still do a text, and just keep in touch with somebody, with, the people close to you that will help you with this. Even if they can't provide the support that you feel you need, even just being able to communicate that with them will be able to just let this become. And here it is, becoming. We have Berkana, which is the rune of beginnings and birth. So new beginnings, after this point, you're going to be able to then start this whole rebirthing, perhaps, but also just a new beginning in your life. And that, hair people, is your reading. So I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye! So the next sign I am going to read are the dragon people. Hello, dragon people! Here's your card. Ooh, okay. Neat. Hey, what are you doing here? There's a rune like right in front of me. You know what? I should probably use that one since it was like right there and I noticed it. So let's actually bring that right out. That's so funny. I don't know why that was there. It was there for you, dragons! So let's go on with that. It's this rune that was waiting for you. It's like, I'm not coming out for anybody except the dragons. It'll probably come out for other readings further on, but until this point, no. So that's interesting. So dragon people, really your focus right now, we have the Six of Pentacles. So it's sort of, I'm not going to say charity, but it's sort of like material flow kind of thing. This is in like the Rider-Waite, this is the one person meeting out the money to the begging people. Not begging people, but the people like with their hands out. So this is sort of like you sort of, in here it's more like balancing the material flow. So what this is leading, what the rune, the central issue is saying is, right now you're dealing with a big challenge. We have Thurisaz. Thurisaz is the rune of challenge. It has to do with the thorn, the giant, the gateway, and it is open. It's upright. So it's not an impossible challenge, but it's something where you're really having to focus on where your material possessions, where your material flow is going, and how you're directing it. Leading up to this, there was like something that started small and just expanded. We have Kaunaz, which is the rune of the torch or the fire, and it's just like blown up into this challenge that you're facing right now, where you really have to look at your material flow and where that's going and where you're going to direct it. What will help? We have Manaz. Manaz is the rune of humanity and your place in it. Not like, oh, this is your place, but like where you feel you belong. When you are where you feel you belong, things are going to sort out. You will be in the right mindset, and you'll be able to say, okay, and I know exactly where this all needs to go. And this isn't necessarily money. This could be just, okay, maybe it's money, but it could be other material things, and just like even, no, you know what, it's not the other thing. So it's probably like just practical stuff. It's practical, directing the practical stuff. Life and food and stuff. I keep wanting to say energy, but it's not really, because that's not the element that we see here. So it's a challenge, and you need to balance it. What doesn't help is we have Vunyo reversed. And this is not the first time we've seen Vunyo reversed down here and Manas up here, upright in this session, which is really interesting. So you too are having this, dragons. You're worried about unhappiness. This is Vunyo, it's the rune of joy, it's reversed and it's on the lower line. And it's really, I mean, everybody's worried about unhappiness, but this is showing up here because this is something that could stop you in your tracks. Like, this is the sort of thing, like, I don't want to take a step if I'm going to be unhappy. Like, I have so little that I'm trying to direct, and I don't have much to spare. And if I waste it, and if I spend it somewhere and it makes me unhappy, then that's a huge waste, and I will feel it. Try not to let that drag you down. You have to live, and what will help you is bring yourself back up to where you feel that you belong and where you feel solid and in the right place, and things will sort out, things will even out, and ultimately you will have more of this to go around. We have Fehu, that's the rune of wealth and worth. So what you're doing does work, and you will have more of it once you're done this challenge part of it. So yay! So congratulations, dragons, that's your reading, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye! And the next sign I am reading is the snake people. Hello, snake people. I'm going to start with a Aquarian tarot card. Oh, snake people. Gosh, you guys. Or lovely people, because all genders welcome. Okay, so you guys are having some issues with conflict in the home, it looks like. Sorry to hear that, snake people. Or serpent people, however you want to do that. So yes, we've got a bit of conflict, a lot of conflict of wills, basically, a lot of conflicting wills. This is what I want, well, this is what I want, and they're at odds, and you're trying to sort this out. It's like putting together IKEA furniture. You can sort this out. You can align these wills, but right now the wills are crossing each other, and it's a huge problem, and you're all fighting, and it's very upsetting and unpleasant. So, snake people, again, as I said, it's in your home. We have Othala. Othala is the homeland rune. It's right in the center. It's the central issue, and this is what's going on in your home right now. You've got a lot of conflicts of wills. I mean, and this would include, if you, like, even if you live by yourself, your home is basically where with your collection of people, basically. With your collection of people, where you normally feel at home, there's a lot of conflict of will going on, and this has to get sorted out. This is going to be lovely. Trust me, this is beautiful. This is because there's been a challenge that has arisen, and it's like an impossible challenge. It feels absolutely, absolutely impossible. We have Thurizaz, and it's reversed, and it's on the path line. So it's the thorn, the giant, the gateway, and the gateway is closed, basically. We have a thorn wall instead of gateway. You have to get over it, and it's really affecting your home life. So what will help? I'm going to read this two ways. We have Vunyo reversed on the helping line. Vunyo is the rune of joy. Reversed, it has to do with inner joy. So find your inner joy. If you can sort of turn away from this long enough to connect with your inner joy, that's going to help sort of refresh you and rejuvenate you enough that you'll be able to return your attention to the problem and the challenge at hand. At the same time, Vunyo reversed is unhappiness, and what is making you unhappy is very educational, and to identify this, what things about this are making you unhappy, will actually help you get over this issue with your home. But mostly just, so both. So one, identify what's making you unhappy specifically. Two, focus on your inner joy and let that carry you. So what doesn't help is, right now, communication is not working. We have Ansus in the lower line. So you're even afraid to communicate at this point because it goes like this. So this is like, try not to let it frighten you. Maybe this all has to just cool down. And in fact, it will, but we'll get to that. Right now, I think letting things cool down, communication is not the answer. Just basically step back, connect with your inner joy, and specifically specify to yourself, maybe on paper to keep it straight, exactly what is making you unhappy. That's going to help you. And what this will lead to is we have Isa. Isa is the rune of ice. So 1, things are going to cool down. 2, there's going to be a moment of clarity. 3, there's going to be stillness. And 4, I'm going to read this as these are going to start to align. Because look, these are all rods. This looks like a rod. It's not that big a stretch. And so once things cool down, the wills are going to start to align. People are going to come together again with their specific issues that need to be addressed, and hopefully with access to what they want and what does make them happy. And I know that you will. So that, snake people, is your reading. I wish you good luck with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, horse people. Hello, horse people. So we're going to start with an Aquarian tarot card. Ooh, horse people, you're having a thing. Okay, and then we're going to throw down some maple runes to see if we can clarify what this card is that we've just gotten. Just grabbing a bunch, and I'm just going to pull this out. Okay. Ooh. Okay, horse people. So, there's Isa again. So, it's like something is hidden right now from you. Something is, and you feel like you're barred from going forward. It's like when the room is dark, and even though you know what's in the room and you know what's there, you can't move forward into it. It's like, I need the light. And you're sort of stuck on the threshold here with not knowing how to move forward. Also, it's like your future is blocked from you. Like you're sort of not able to see. So let's see what the runes are saying about this. We have Kaunas as the central issue. Kaunas is the rune of fire and expansion. So we have something that starts small and something that's expanding. And it's something that you want to do. You want something to expand. As well, something is expanding. It's like something that has started has sort of expanded and is like, doesn't seem to be going back in the box kind of thing. This is Berkana. It's the rune of birth. It's the rune of the birch tree. It's the rune of beginnings and birth. But it also has to do with A, your yin identity, and B, sometimes with family. And so maybe something to do with family has started to expand and sort of get out of hand kind of thing, like a blazing fire, like started with a spark and then everything. That's my fire sound effect with no budget. So here you are, you're dealing with A, you want to expand. Something has begun that you want to begin and you want it to just grow. But at the same time, something is expanding that maybe you started already, and maybe it has to do with family, maybe not. Some of you may. And this is just basically your focus. What will help is, we have Thurizaz reversed. Thurizaz is the rune of challenge. It's the thorn, the giant, the gateway. It is reversed and it's on the upper line. So it's an extremely difficult challenge, but in that it's in the line of what's helping you, embracing this challenge as though this is mine. It's like Carolyn Casey says, it's your beautiful, dangerous assignment. Basically embrace it, learn to love it. Just this is mine. This is my challenge. This is what's going to help you get over this. What doesn't help is we have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is Ing's rune. Ing is Frey. Frey is the fertility god, and it has to do with active creation. You're not going to be able to wrestle this into shape. You're not going to be able to force this to do anything. This is going to be what it is, and you have to find a way that isn't forcing it, that is going to help you get through this challenge. And maybe it's just a matter of sitting with this challenge and just accepting that this is a challenge that I have, and maybe it is impossible, but I'm going to own it. And what your next step is going to be is we have Isa. Isa is the rune of ice. It has to do with standstill and things maybe that aren't moving forward. Maybe it needs a wintering. Maybe you need a wintering, horse people, on this. Maybe things need to just go to ground for a while. At the same time, this is clarity. So once you accept this challenge, and maybe that this isn't going to move forward and expand the way you want to, everything has seasons. Just this is basically going to be a moment of clarity for you. So you are going to move forward, but it's going to be like into sort of new ground. This sort of almost matches this. It's like, I still don't know, but I'm okay with that. This is mine. But the moment of clarity is a step forward because you didn't have that clarity here, and now you do. So that, horse people, is your very interesting reading. I wish you all the best with that. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. So the next sign I am going to read are the sheep people. Let's see what the sheep people get. Just knocking my decorations all over. And this bottom one doesn't want to stay up, but that's okay. Sheep people, you're all about aesthetics and you understand. So, first of all, an Aquarian deck card to start us off, and we have the Hanged Man, which means you are surrendering to a potentially unpleasant situation, but also the experience. You're surrendering to the experience. Ooh, neat sheep people. So let's throw down some maple runes to see some clarity on this. Okay, so you're surrendering basically to a situation. You're surrendering to an experience in life. Maybe it's not terribly pleasant, but it's something that you have chosen to surrender yourself to, like Odin on the tree when he learned the runes. So anyway, you're just basically, this is something that you're experiencing right now, sheep people. What your central issue is Tivaz, and Tivaz is Tyr's rune. Tyr's the warrior god. He has to do with duty and responsibility. Yes, riding forward into battle, however, mostly has to do with duty and responsibility. So right now, part of what you're surrendering to might be the experience of just like, you know what, I need to tend things. And this whole thing is going to be about tending things. This is like tidying. So anyway, leading up, we had sort of an agreement. There's like something has happened, some agreement has happened, maybe in a one-on-one relationship, but possibly not. It's just basically Gabo. It's the rune of exchanges. It's the rune of the gift, basically, and it's an exchange that has happened where there was an agreement made, a decision, and a goal set. And now you're like, okay, we pick up, we do this thing. I'm going to totally surrender to this. And part of what's going to help you the most is letting go of what no longer serves you, what no longer fits in your life or home. We have Othala reversed. Othala is the homeland rune, the home rune. Reversed, it's, finding your inner home as well, but mostly letting go of what no longer serves you. And that's going to help you with tending the duties and responsibilities. Like once you clear away the things that you really don't need, everything's going to get easier. Now, what doesn't help is we have manas reversed. You're going to have to, you're going to be, this is going to be something you're doing maybe with one other person or by yourself. This is going to worry you because you're going to miss other people. And you're worried about other people sort of thinking not highly of what you're doing maybe. Mana's reversed, rune of humanity, and your place in it in the lower line. Mostly this is fear. You're sort of afraid of turning away from everybody so you can do this, but this is so necessary. This is your duty and responsibility. Maybe nobody else is doing this, but you are, and you're going to come out of this a lot better than before. And what I said before about once you clear away what you no longer need and what is no longer serving you, it's going to be easier to tend your needs, and you're going to see what needs need to be tended. We have Nauthies. Nauthies is the rune of need, and that's your next step, basically. You've come to this agreement, this decision, this goal, surrender to it. You're going to pick up and tend your duties. Let go of what no longer serves you. Don't worry about that you have to turn away from humanity in order to do this. And you are going to see exactly what needs to be done, and you're going to do it. This is not reversed. This is like basically, okay, here's your needs. We're just going to tend them. We're going to deal with that. And that, sheep people, is your reading. So I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. So the next sign I am going to read is for the monkey people. Hello, monkey people. Good to see you. Okay, monkey people. Okay. Monkey people, you are taking a much-deserved rest. And I'm proud of you for doing that, because you've needed it very much, like really a lot. We have Four of Swords. This is a respite from troubles. I don't know how to say respite. I think it's respite. I'm going to say it as respite because I'm eccentric and weird. But anyway, Four of Swords. You're taking a bit of a respite from troubles. Respite? I'm going to look it up later. This is the problem when you read more than you speak to people. it's a rest. You're taking a well-deserved rest. Right now, your journey you have sort of put on pause. We have Rydho as the central issue. Rydho's the riding rune. Reversed a couple things. One, you've sort of ended a journey, and two, you've taken a journey inward. This actually could be a pause of a journey based on this, but either way, it's basically you're not driving onward right now, and if you are driving onward, it's inwardly. Leading up to this, we have Algiz. Algiz is the rune of the elk, what we in North America call a moose. Reversed, it has to do with, upright, it has to do with protection and support. Reversed, it has to do with being able to stand on your own, and you've been doing a lot of that. You've been really standing up on your own with like no support or little support from outside sources. And right now, yes, you do deserve a day off. You do definitely deserve a pause in your driving forward and a rest. What will help you at this point is we have Berkana, and Berkana is the rune of beginnings and birth, and it's the birch tree. It may have to do also with yin identity, whatever gender identity you identify with. This is your passive identity, your yin identity. Sort of to focus on that, focus on your organic self. So that's going to help. Also, if you want to begin something, just just start the incubating the beginning of something. It's not reversed though, so it might actually be, you might want to begin something like you've ended this journey. This might be a good time to start thinking about beginning a new journey. Berkana also has to do with family, so maybe connecting with family will help at this point as well, monkey people. So what won't help is we have Hagalaz, and this is the first time I've seen Hagalaz in this session, so this is pretty exciting. Hagalaz is the hailstorm rune. It has to do with chaos and the uncontrolled uncontrollables and natural energies, but mostly I'm going to look at the more negative thing. It's like you're worried about, I'm taking this rest, but what if the moment I start doing this, everything goes crazy and I have to not be resting. It's like anything could happen. Try not to worry about that because you don't know if it will. And even if it does, look how protected you are in this, I guess, shrine or wherever this knight is lying. You're good, you're protected, you're even in armor inside. So assuming this is a stone structure, you're good and protected. So even if things go crazy, it can wait for you. So continue, bring yourself back up to here, sort of rebirth yourself, have this moment of rest. And when you come back out, we have Fehu reversed. Fehu's the rune of wealth and worth. Reversed, it has to do with confidence, self-esteem, all that good stuff. So this will actually give you a boost to your confidence. When you come back out, you'll be more than ever strong and ready to stand up and continue your quest. So that, monkey people, is your reading. So I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye! Hello, Rooster people! So here we are, Rooster people. So we're going to start with a card from the Aquarian Tarot. That's a very exciting card, I must say. Very, very exciting. I'm going to lay out some runes from the... Oh, hi, Hagalaz. We're going to lay out some runes from the maple rune set that I have. Let's see what we get to clarify. My goodness, Berkana, you love to show up today. I'm shuffling these between readings, and I've seen Berkana a lot today. So, we have the Ace of Cups, and of course this is basically beginning something beginning that has to do with emotion and heart and intuition and all that good stuff. So it's something blazing into beginningness that has to do with all that lovely watery stuff for the cups. So what will help you here is we have Hagalaz. Hagalaz is the rune of the hailstorm, and it has to do with chaos, but it also has to do with connecting with natural energies and recognizing that you are one. So natural forces, natural energies, your focus is on just being open to everything, really, like the nature and the elements and the world. What led up to this was we have Tivaz. Tivaz is Tyr's rune, Tyr's the warrior god. And this has to do with attending duties and responsibilities. Also driving forward. You're driving forward. You've driven forward into the storm, basically. and the storm felt pretty good. Here you are, it's like there's this blaze of emotion and things that you maybe didn't have access to before, and it feels like a much richer life than you had before. So what will help you is embrace this beginning. We have Berkana. Berkana is the rune of beginnings and birth. Embrace this beginning. Embrace this new natural aspect of your identity. Berkana has to do with yin identity. So the very natural, it's like you're rebirthing yourself. So embrace this. Just embrace this feminine aspect of your identity. This is going to help you the most. Just be one with this nature, natural energy. What doesn't help is it's going to feel like a big challenge. Maybe you are not used to this. This is very masculine energy. This is very yang energy. Driving forward into this storm, and the way you're going to survive this storm is by embracing your yin energy. And the yang energy is going to find this a big challenge. This is going to be like impossible because it doesn't have the notes on its piano. It doesn't have access. The yang energy alone does not have access to play the chords needed to do the yin energy stuff. So that's why you need to access your yin energy at this point. And this will actually get you over if you start to feel like that, it's like, no, you know what, I'm embracing this. And that's where my nature is, and that's where my magic is for this. And what this will help you with is this will actually lead to the ending of this quest, like this driving forward quest, this very yang quest. You're going to end it. You're going to basically go, okay, you know what? I've completed this. This is Rydell reversed. It's the end of a journey, and I'm going to see it as a completion. You were missing this. Driving into the storm helped you get this, and now you have completed this. You're ready to begin wholeheartedly whatever the heck you were beginning and carry this forward. So that, Rooster people, is your reading. That is very exciting. I wish you all the best with this. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. To try to make this a little more, my decorations have just gone all over, and I know that we're moving on to the dog people, and dog people, I know you appreciate this. Pay no attention to the Ace of Cups that we just had on the table, because that was not for you, but you understand. All right, dog people, of which I am one. Here is your card, and here you are, the Knight of Pentacles, riding off into your practical quest that you are doing. So let's see what the runes have to say. Oh my gosh, Hagalaz again. Again, Hagalaz. Well, I guess it's been a chaotic time. Alrighty, let's see what we have. A lot of the same runes, but in completely different situations, in completely different positions, which is very exciting. That's how it's supposed to be. So, riding forward into a quest for a very practical purpose. You know, you're very grounded. Right now, you're feeling like you're just going to carry this groundedness forward. Interestingly, the central issue here is Hagalaz, and Hagalaz is the rune of the hailstorm, so it has to do with chaos and natural energies and the uncontrolled uncontrollables. And it's like you're sort of riding in to bring order to chaos. This is a completely different meaning from what Hagalaz meant in the previous reading. But anyway, here you are, chaos that you're riding into tame. Leading up to this, there's been... So this is Ansu's rune of communication and manifestation. It is reversed. So it's like there's been some inner communication that you've been having, but also some sort of questionable communication. It's like you're doubting some communication that you've had. You don't really trust some communication you've had. Also, you've been listening, and also there has been silence. Mostly though, I'm seeing this as inner communication. It's like Don Quixote. It's like, I will become a knight errant and right all wrongs and things, except it's you riding into, it's instead of you being chaotic, you're actually riding in with your armor of groundedness and order to sort of tame the chaos. Good dogs. So what will help you at this point is we have Tivaz reversed, and I'm going to read this a few ways. Number one, Tivaz is Tyr's rune. Tyr is the warrior god, and this has to do with riding forward, but it's reversed on the helping line. So you are riding forward, but you're going to be riding forward internally. If you want to tame the chaos outwardly, you're going to want to tame the chaos inwardly. That's going to be your focus. 2, you are going to need to put your sword down. Fighting outside of you is not working, and you know it. So basically put your sword down, direct your quest inward, because that's the chaos that you need to tend, that you need to tame. Not to tame it, but like to ride into and go, okay, where can we draw order out of this? What won't help you is we have Rydho. Rydho's the rune of riding, and here you are riding, and it's like you're riding outwardly, and that's not going to help anything. So it's like you want to continue this quest forward. It's that whole what as within so without, as above so below, etc., etc., etc. If you want to help the chaos around you, tame it inside. Like go inside and help that chaos. Tend the duties and responsibilities that you have within, and that's going to help more than riding around and trying to fix things outside of you. Because if you calm this storm within, that's going to calm the storm outside of you. And what this will lead to is you're going to be very, very focused on tending your needs. This is Mouthies. It's reversed. It's on the path line. Normally I would read this as like stop everything and tend your needs, and this is like outward and inward. But since this has been about inward, I'm going to say you're tending your inner duties, tend your inner needs. And also make sure the things around you that are unignorable, that are critical, make sure you're tending those too. And that, dog people, is your reading. Hooray! Good luck to us. So I wish you and me a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye! And the next sign I am going to read are for the pig people, or the boar people. Lovely pig people and boar people. Let's see what our card is. So, Chariot. Triumph of will in difficult circumstances. Yeah, it's been like that. So let's see what... Oh my gosh, there's Hagalaz again. Hagalaz has been 3 for 3, I think, for the past 3 readings or something. Or at least he's been in there a lot. Or she. I'm not sure how we... I mean, again, as I've heard other readers say, I don't gender my runes or my cards, but there we are. So, yeah, so right now you are driving forward and sort of working to triumph. You have a triumph of will over the difficult things that you're sort of trying to wrangle to move the way that you want them to. Your central issue is Hagalaz. That's the rune of chaos. You're dealing with a lot of chaos, and you are basically trying to wrangle them. You have a sword here, so sword is energy. Sometimes will, but will is mostly the wands. Anyway, triumph of will in difficult circumstances. Here you are riding forward. Leading up to this, there's been a lot of stillness, standstill. We have Isa, it's the rune of ice. Standstill, stillness, clarity. Maybe you had a moment of clarity in all this like struggle where you're trying to make things move. And now you're driving forward and you've got these wild, wild, wild things strapped to your chariot that you are trying to direct. So let's see what happens. Communication is what's going to do it. You can't just wrestle with people. You have to explain to them why you're wrestling them. So take these horses and say, look, this is what I need to happen. This is why I need it to happen. Communication is going to be key for this. So yes, it's going to be difficult, pig people, but don't forget to communicate. Make sure that that's happening. What doesn't help, just like we just said, we have Tivaz. Tivaz is Tears rune. Tears the warrior gods, so like just driving forward with your sword drawn is not going to help. They're not going to understand. What you're trying to wrestle into place is not going to understand. At the same time, you're going to be worried about all these duties and responsibilities that you are going to be needed for, because Tyr is very much about duties and responsibilities that are going to try to drag you away from this. Don't let anything drag you away from this. This is your current focus. Communicate until this is what needs to happen. Like, just like it's going to be hard because you're going to be like Indiana Jones with the swordman, and you're going to be like, heck with this. But don't do it. You need to make sure that you're communicating instead of just drawing your sword and trying to frighten them into doing what they need to do. You're dealing with chaos. Gently communicate with the various aspects of things that you're trying to get into shape, and that will work a lot better than drawing your sword on them. Keep that sword where it is. And what this will all lead to is great joy. We have Winyo, hooray! Your last rune is like, you're going to succeed. This is going to be, you're going to be very happy. Even if it doesn't succeed fully, and even if you have to continue to keep these two forces wrangled and continue to triumph over them with your will, you're going to become much happier about it. You're going to have this communicative flow going on, and this is going to lead to great joy. So that's a good thing, my pig people. So there you go. Congratulations. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.